So before we get into Doctor Who magazine, let's get into the Doctor Who magazine drama. Of course, always surrounding Ben Cook. God bless him. Oh, little Ben. Here's the thing with Ben Cook. Everything's downhill from here, essentially, right? When the 2005 to whatever, the Russell Davies era one was the best time of his life, right? Because, he was a young, Uberkin, like it was like, oh yeah, he's going to do great things. He's so talented, and he is talented. I'm sorry, he's a good writer. He knows how to write. He knows how to write an interview. He knows how to write, but he is talented. But his life is on the downward spiral now, right? Especially that this second bite at the apple for Russell Davies has turned sour, right? And I do get the feeling that it's not. I get a feeling Russell Davies isn't going to be around for a season 3, right? That's certainly the vibe I get. Anyways, they announced a new Doctor Who magazine coming out. And Alex Hewitt, I got nothing against you, Alex. Genuinely. I have nothing against you. He says, got a lovely piece about LGBT plus History Month out this month, just in time. Look, dude, here's the thing. Doctor Who is relentlessly queer, right? I replied to you, right? But Doctor Who is relentlessly queer right now. That means being queer dominates every aspect of Doctor Who. And I know you think it's no big deal having a drag queen as a villain, right? Who had a story about having random sex with a stranger and losing a condom up his ass or her ass or whatever she thinks her ass is, right? I think that's inappropriate. I think drag today is deeply inappropriate for minors. I think it's what consenting adults do in private is what consenting adults do in private. I have no problem with that. But I think insisting that children are part of this is very creepy, and universally, not universally, almost totally, it's only supported by people who don't have children. Anyone who has children are like, fuck off, no. Right, no. Right? We don't want you talking about sex to our kids, right? And again, look, here's what's going on. I think they've got this fantasy in their head that everyone's really gay and they just need to help encourage kids to come out and try it. Yeah. Look, the writer on an episode this year, Juno Dawson, is biologically male, I believe, is a woman, whatever, and has written a book instructing children how to use a sex app, a sex hookup app, so that they make it easier to be available for adults to rape them. Because that's what it's called when you have sex with a minor. It's not called kind. It's not called showing them how to come out. It's called raping a minor. In the same way, if I had sex with a 15-year-old girl, that's called raping a minor, right? If you have sex with a 15-year-old boy, that's called raping a minor. Or give him a handy, right? Leave kids alone, right? I'm sorry, just leave kids alone. Which is, again, it's a real problem, because like if we weren't living in this same fucking era where the queer world is just so fucked up, like, and there's a lot of degeneracy going on. I'm sorry. Look, again, the NSA just fired 100 people, over 100 people, for taking part in a sex chat that I'm not on a government server. That not only am I not going to tell you what they talk, it's too gross. It's not just YouTube would shut me down for saying what they said. It's too disgusting. They had castration fetishes. It's fucking weird. So you had these weird, degenerate weirdos. The NSA are people who spy on your personal communications, right? Running communications throughout the world using funding from USAID and a gazillion other places as well to promote their weird degeneracy, right? And they are, again, the people in that chat were weird degenerates. And there's a lot more of those going to come out, right? A lot more of those going to come out. I'm not saying if you're gay, you're a weird degenerate. I'm not saying if you're trans, you're a weird degenerate. I'm just saying there's a disproportionately high amount of weird degenerates in that weird world, right? And it's always people who insist there has to be children involved, like in the actors who get busted for kiddie porn, like over and over and over again. So look, this is a bad time to be writing about LGBTQ plus History Month in Doctor Who, all right? Because we live in an age of authorized grooming, and thank God Trump got in and he put an end to this fucking insanity, right? So I'm sorry, Alex, right? No one's enraptured to hear about, oh, it's so great to be queer, we're coming out. You do you. But like, why is your experience of being queer more important than someone's experience of being Christian? And how's that related, Doctor? Or somebody's experience of have any personality trait, right? Of being like why is being queer such an important experience for Doctor Who? All right. I don't know, like I don't that there's a queer community, but like you have taken over, right? With this Doctor, like the fact that Doctor's again tongue kissing a bloke who he doesn't know and just wants to fuck him. It's not a love story. Just wants to fuck him. Twat. There's nowhere seeing what Ben Cook says. Daniel being weird. So apparently, again, Ben. No, Dan was like, look, why is this part of Doctor Who? You know, like it makes it so I wouldn't buy this for my kid, this magazine for my kids now. Right? Because I don't want queer life permeating every aspect of their existence like you do. Have you seen that any place there's not a rainbow fucking flag? Give it a fucking rest. And again, if you're wondering how disproportionate it is, like just imagine, you have Jewish flags up everywhere, right? Enough, mate. Give it a rest. Right, so yes, Dan is absolutely right. This is inappropriate for Doctor Who magazine. In the world we're living now, that Dan, you're being weird. I love the way he uses Dan to like. By the way, it's so weird. Ben Cook's fucking obsessed with us. Absolutely. He was hanging out in my chat once. It was really weird. Like he's got me blocked on Twitter, which is fine, whatever. Keep me blocked, okay? Fuck off away from me. Fucking weirdo. Which is fine again. But then he stalked the chat. He's fucking weird, mate. And again, Ben's best days are behind him. He doesn't have a family, doesn't have kids, doesn't have a spouse. I believe he's gay, right? Whatever. So yeah. Dan, you're being weird. There's nothing inappropriate about Doctor Who magazine acknowledging LGBT people exist. Such a fucking straw man example. Yes, they do exist in Doctor Who, and they do exist in Doctor Who fandom, but we are talking about you almost always. Let's not talk about anybody's personal identity. Let's leave identity. We don't need to talk about anybody being Muslim. We don't need to talk about anybody being Jewish. We don't need to talk about anybody. We never used to. Like you be you. We don't need to bang on about who everybody is. It's fucking weird, right? It's fucking weird, mate. So yeah, no, nobody's worried about gay people exist in Doctor. We're irritated that you constantly scream and lecture to us and claim you're under some kind of oppression when you're not. That's not the issue's not even out yet, mate. Read Alex's column. Oh, don't read it. Who cares? Not every article has to be for you. No, but it makes the magazine unbuyable for me if it was for my children. This is why I wouldn't watch Doctor Who with my kids, and I used to love watching Doctor Who with my kids because it's morally repugnant, and it was morally repugnant under Jodie, but now it's like everything's about fucking sex, constantly. Apart from Millie Gibson, who's the only thing I want to be about sex, really. It's weird to find such contempt in It's weird to find such content in Doctor Who magazine, Ben. Likewise, a piece on Dragonite a couple of months ago, I recall you defended that. No, each article won't be for me, and Doctor Who magazine has been on Upswing lately. It actually has. Still, each page matters, and when it's more than £8, and like maybe don't make this a place for your ideology, right? There we go. And those who actually part with the cash to support it, rather than scour for juice or juice plaster on X, which both you and I decry. What is a juice plaster? Okay, skip such pages. Those who are the audience of content of that kind can find it elsewhere. I'm certain, mate. Who cares? I care, and you should bloody care. Magazines are dying. Absolutely correct. We'd both be deeply upset if Doctor Who magazine disappeared. The only thing that's keeping Doctor Who magazine afloat, especially during the Jodie years, was the international sales, right? Because they had an extra 7,000 being sold internationally. That's what kept them out of, was it 7,000 or 2,000? That's what kept them outside of cancellation. They're very near cancellation without it, although they're under cancellation. It's weird to find such content in Doctor Who. Is it? Why? No, actually, Dan's wrong. It's not weird, because weirdos like you have inserted it fucking everywhere, right? It should be weird. What's weird about Doctor Who magazine acknowledging that LGBTQ exists? It's weird that it's in Doctor Who magazine, right? We all know LGBT people exist. I see you missed out the QI. We all know you exist because you're all screaming constantly that we got to have rainbows on fucking everything, right? You know, women weren't able to go into have spaces where there weren't women with penises because of this fucking insanity. Everybody's sick of it. That's what the US election said, unmistakably, right? Why was Trump elected other than nobody watches follows the traditional media anymore? It's because, and your politics, Ben, was an absolute failure. There's been a disaster everywhere, right? Why do you win? Because people have said no. People are happy that transgender individuals are no longer in sporting events or in the military. People are happy about that. Most people are happy about that. Most people felt bullied into saying, into not contesting that women don't actually have penises, right? We've been bullied for fucking years by people like you. Enough's enough. And again, we've spoken. It's never going back either, right? Woke's never coming back because the Democrats are the only opposition, right, to the Trump tidal wave, and they're getting ready to lose in epic form in 2 years, right? And they are. They're defending the least popular thing. They're defending IRS agents, right? The least popular shit in the whole world, and nobody listens to their propaganda anyway. Right? Or not enough people. It's over. They're never coming back. It's over forever. So what about people? So that's what we're. I know it's about. Yeah, we're constantly told queer people exist. That's the essence of the show now. It's not about Adventure in Time and Space. It's about queer people, and that's where when you ain't anything queer. That's what it's about. You know, you have a queer newspaper reporter. It's about him being queer. It's not about being a newspaper reporter. It's about him being queer, right? Everything is, again, that you think that you don't get enough representation is insane. It's crazy. Why don't you keep mentioning people existing? Like you're sprinkling holy water or garlic or waving garlic at me. It reads very disingenuous. All of it comes to me. It does. Calm down, Dan. I love it the way he does that. Again, Ben, you're the one who's going to burst in tears and block him, right? You know, it's okay. If you read the article before criticizing it, you had it. No, we're criticizing its existence. We're criticizing the existence of the article, not the existence of gay people. You know why I mentioned gay people exist? No, actually, we don't. We think you're fucking crazy, mate. Right? We think you're fucking out your fucking mind. That is what the article about. Gay characters in Doctor Who living their fictional gay lives. Silly thing to get upset about, really. Well, then just drop it. Okay, drop all the queerness from Doctor Who. Make it for everybody again. Right? I'm perfectly calm. Who's upset? Looks to me like you're getting upset. Defensive as straw batting. Oh, that's exactly it. You seem upset about the article you hadn't read. Okay, let's look at the fuck all comment. I'm kind of intrigued. Oh, so Zars goes like, what? I guess he was saying, what does gay world have to do with Doctor Who? Fuck all. That's correct. Right? When Simon Callow played Charles Dickens, I didn't like it or dislike it because he liked to suck a dick. Right? I don't like Ian McKellen as Gandalf or Magneto because he likes to get a dick up his ass. Right? No. I like them because they're very good at presenting, at playing their characters. Right? That's why I liked it. I couldn't care less he's gay. It doesn't offend me. It doesn't trap me. What irritates all of us is you constant hijacking of the conversation to be about being queer. We want to talk about Doctor Who. Enough with the gay shit. Like, genuinely, enough with the gay shit. Oh, God. Again, imagine it was Jewish shit, if that'll help you, right? Imagine if it was like talking about Israel and how Israel is always lied about by people like you. I bet people like Ben Cook, the Be Kind crowd, he's right there saying from the river to the sea, Palestine should be free. I bet you he is. You're choosing to read it that way. I'm criticizing the article presence on principle. Yes, without reading it. It's a great distance between existence and current unrealistic, distracting omnipresence of the LGBTQ plus imagery in media. The W in Doctor Who. Probably best not to criticize the article. No, again, duh! I don't get how you're so fucking stupid, Ben. I mean, like, he really, and again, he's a smart guy. It's so fucking stupid. No, we're criticizing the article's existence. It might be the best read article ever. It might literally suck my dick, right? It might literally suck my dick, and which I guess will prove everybody's point, I guess. I don't care. I don't want this injection of sexuality into Doctor Who. I don't think it's a good thing. I will tell you to my bum post, so that was a smart thing to do. I don't mind Ding Dong Ben. I don't mind the Ding Dong Ben at all. It is what it is. I'll be regretful of you misrepresenting you. I know what misrepresenting. He's a twat, right? He's a twat. So anyway, with that, let's look at Doctor Who magazine. Oh, fuck off. Are you crazy? That apparently came out today. Now, Doctor Who magazine has definitely been on an upswing. 100% has been on an upswing. And I think doing pretty well, right? It's a good balance of Doctor Who in there with something in for everybody to read. The problem is, because there's something in for everyone, there's stuff in there I find so toxic, I don't really want to buy the magazine anymore, right? I want no part of it, right? I'm disgusted by it. What we got here? Jason Quinn's editorial. Jason Quinn has certainly grown on me, right? I think this. I'm just about getting used to this layout, and like, really, why do you have a big dong gun? I mean, it's everything about this is sexual. Let's have a look. Gallifrey Russell Davis article. I guess we'll get it on Saturday. Won't get to a date. New novels announced in advance of season 2. Okay. Emily Cook. I'm glad Emily Cook has got a shout to write, right? But I wish it was for a better era. I wish he wasn't wearing a fucking dress on the cover, right? There's nothing good about that. Okay, this season 2 is going to be fucked. What's this? Joy to the World. 28 days later, it's up 370,000. That's not very much. It's 3.68 million. It's still not very good. Well, what's this? 10th Planet. Is this on vinyl? Linking narration. I mean, I like vinyl, but it seems weird to get it for that. Tomb open at Riverside Studios. What's this? Tomb of Saruman, one of the Patrick Townsend's most highly regarded stories. I remember it came back in the 90s. One of the best outings for the persistent adversary is being screened at London's Riverside Studios on March 8th. Okay, that'll be worth going to. Screening was the idea of cinema programmer Owen Van Spool at Riverside, one of the last buildings standing in the 20th century where Doctor Who was made. It's keen to make... Okay, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Here, let's have a look. I'm trying to click on that. Hang on. No, won't let me go. Oh, God, the Savages looked really bad. It looks really bad. I don't tell you. What's this? Long live our local group. Well, see, I like that. I think it's very, very sweet, right? Ninth Doctor Rosary United. I'm actually on board for that. I am on board for that. I think I'll pre-order one and try it out with that. Galactic Forum. That's an interesting collection of Mrs. Flood to cause mischief. Who cares? You insolent primitive. What a stupid fool you are. Fine. I see Lou Stringer's doing the cartoon now. I thought it used to be somebody else. I always kind of like the letters pages, frankly. What we got? What's that? Who tube? While you're waiting for the new series, let's see one of Belinda Chandler's early scenes clipped from Unleashed. No, thank you. Did Russell E. Davis let slip the Daleks back last issue? Will Robomen be redesigned? Hopefully they're back. Music UK can watch this reading of George Orwell Classic 1984 read by actor Sacha Dhawan. I bet that's fucking good. Man, that sounds awesome. I bet that's good. What's this about JNT? Watch Maria Frost up. Oh, God, I remember quiz producer. She used to have a movie review show, didn't Maria Frostrup. Quiz John Nathan about his latest VHS compilation in 91. Wow, that's really cool. A kind of reconstruction mock-up. We'll look at that on Saturday as well. Fine. I'm tempted to get this now, the brain drain, because again, the first couple of episodes of the Quintessence were actually rather good. So I have a bit of hope. And I do like the season 7 stuff. So meet Belinda. So it's an interview with Verada Seethu. Again, super fucking hot Verada Seethu. And they put her in burqas. Like, give it. I mean, what is this? Why is she wearing mum pants and he wearing a fucking skirt? Stop with this. Like, put them in some sexy fucking clothes, fucking weirdos. This is quite a nice article looking back at Doctor and Rose. I would actually read this, right? Because I remember it was like yesterday. It's 20 years ago. But yeah, I would totally read this. This is super nostalgia for me. There's a great article about 10 years ago in Doctor Who magazine about Robert Schumann writing Dalek and what a nightmare it was. And I'll tell you, Paul Cornell, very talented writer, so deserved for his career to go nowhere, right? What an arrogant twat he's always been. You know, he's... by the way, I'm glad they're rolling out the Doctor Who 40 logo again, but this is for the celebrating 40 years in the Whoniverse for the Doctor Who shop. But I think Clayton Hickman designed that logo for the 40th anniversary. 2003? Yeah, for 2003. But he's such an arrogant twat. He was like, when Big Finish started, he was like, you need a celebrity writer for your first one. And that Nick Briggs isn't you, my dear. And Nick Briggs has had a much stronger career. Search for the villain inside yourself. Sajawan is pulling out all the stuff. I feel really bad for him because he really is pulling out all the stops, and he's a talented guy. But he's like, it's like pouring perfume on a pig, right? I wish he was, a competent showrunner was running it when they had it. It's such a waste of resources. I have no interest whatsoever in the Big Finish releases, like zero. Coming out the TARDIS, okay, fucking hell. It's about 20 years of UK's LGBTQ plus month. Alex Hurwitz argues that Doctor Who has always been a defiantly queer show. Okay, so it's now 100 times worse than I thought it was. It hasn't always been a defiantly queer show. You could be gay and watch it, and it will be okay. You would enjoy it as a gay person, but it's never been a queer fucking show. Oh, fuck me. Up until 2017. 2018. Yeah, this is just not okay. And again, you're going to get ranked on, Alex. And you seem like a sweet guy. I'm sorry. But, like, fuck off with this propaganda bullshit everywhere. It hasn't always been a queer show, and it's fine, right? You're still valid. You're still a valid human being, even though Doctor Who has never been a queer show up until now. And you can tell the moment it became a queer show, it's the moment it fucking nosedived in the ratings. And that's when after it nosedived in the ratings the first fucking time, for it being like just a woke piece of shit show. And this lengthy interview with by Benjamin Cook with Warren Hussein. Why? To talk about his career? No, to talk about him being gay. BBC has a secret coven of gays. They're not fucking secret! Right? They're not fucking secret. You're fucking everywhere. Yes, we know. Why do you think it's secret? How is it to be a secret when you talk about it fucking constantly? BBC also got a secret coven of paedophiles, if I recall. Like Jimmy Savile operated without impediment. It's not secret. Like, fuck's sake. Why would you think it's secret? We just talk about it constantly, and somehow people seem to know about it. Yes. Fuck yeah. I'm like, okay, I'm so done with this. Okay, Dan, what a disingenuous argument Ben Cook had, because Dan was just proved right 100 times over. I like another, again, not an interview about his work, interview about being gay, right? Queer eye, fucking hell. 7 pages. 7 pages out of 84. 8, 9. So, enough with this bullshit. Missing in action, Jonathan Morris, journalist. Again, and then they have an article that I'm interested in. Okay. But I am sick of being lectured to about being gay. We all are. Nobody minds people being gay. We'll mind being lectured about it. Jonathan Morris, journalist to the Roof of the World, to reflect on the series' earliest missing episodes, directed by lead and view Morris Hussein. Okay, at least this ties to Doctor Who. Ant-Man from Washington. So this is coming out soon, isn't it? Yeah, this is... No, I saw this. This is Claws of Axos. Right. I remember that's what he looks like now. I wondered if he was really American. I do like a bit of Claws of Axos. Blimey. Well, what happened to Ian Levine? When did Ian Levine regenerate into this? Like, whoa, Ian, mate, take a chill pill. Maybe calm down with that sweater. Under the Hammer, yeah, again, this is going to do... I don't know how this will do. I think it'll probably do worse than it would have done before. What would I bid for? That Cyberman head I would bid for. I think it's Handles, isn't it? No, certainly wouldn't bid for that Jodie costume. Rose top, if you put Rose inside it. 12th Doctor's costume, no, it looks kind of lame. A Weeping Angel I'll bid for. Or a Sea Devil, I think it'd be fucking cool to have. I really don't. What about that one? How much is going to go for? When is this auction? And this is the Time Fracture Dalek from Eve of the Daleks. I don't even remember what that was. It's not bad though. It looks cool, right? Look, I mean, I would certainly have it. I think I'll probably put a plunger on the end. But yeah. Val's Revisited. So yeah, they're doing a lot of these screenings of old Doctor Who stories. What is this about? Riverside Studios. Okay, good for them. Like, I think it'll be too much of a slip to me go. Although Nicola Bryant still looks fantastic, baby. It still looks fantastic. So wait, who is everybody here? Do we have a caption? Oh, so, here we go. No. Well, it's Colin Baker. I don't know who the two people flanking. Oh, wait. That was the guy from You've Never Met the Doctor. Maybe that was her husband. Who are these people? Fine. Now I gotta look. Prediction Time, Ventus and Varus, Riverdale Studios, Nicola Bryant. We know Nicola Bryant. Who else is there? A simple caption would really help. Make a photo studio. So we've got Nicola Bryant, 6-1. Dean Stevenson gets the photos with multiple guests each time. I was Falls Colin. Wait, who is everyone? So Geraldine Alexandra. Oh, so that must be the blonde woman, right? I think. So who's that? More than record. So we had Geraldine Alexander. Anybody else? Anybody else they're going to mention? Like, why don't you just tell me who they are? Okay, Geraldine Alexander. Okay, who's the other woman? Any other bloke? I don't know. It was violent, blah. Yeah, one sec. Maybe it says over here. Next page. Goes to another page. Okay. Oh, look, we have a caption. Regular attendee, Dean Stevenson with Forbes Collins. Who? I don't know who Forbes Collins is. DeMar's coordinator, John Stephen Yardley. Nicola Bryant, always looking gorgeous. Always looking gorgeous. I'm still never going to... Maybe it's Jason Connery. Could that other guy be Jason Connery? No. Who's this? Does it say at the top? Okay. It's so annoying that I don't know who this woman is and what that guy is. But, so what's it saying here with it? Riverside's regular Dean Sims says he wants to photo multiple guests. I was mainly coming to see Forbes Collins today. Who did he play? I'm very glad I got to see him. I have no idea who Forbes Collins is. Okay, fine. But people seem to like the thing. I think the best thing Big Finish can really focus on now is live events, frankly. A day with the producer. Doctor Dieter Wren joins Stephen Wyatt and Richard Unwin at a special day celebration of the 80 producer, John Nathan Turner. Is this going to be super gay? Is it going to be gay? It looks like it's going to be gay, right? It looks like it's going to be gay. I don't know. But saying, why am I going in with this thing? This is going to be like because John Nathan Turner was very gay. Okay, he was very, but back then it was, back then we could coexist, right? Lung Barrow came out this day in 1997, and I like this month. I like Lung Barrow as well. Who's in the theater? What's on stage was David Tennant. Oh, fuck off. They're doing Hound of the Baskervilles, Conor Baker, Terry Malloy. Jinx Monsoon is Ruth the Pirate in I don't, I stopped watching Umbrella Academy because Elliot Page is just very off-putting. And I hate to tell you, and I know you're going to go, oh, it's big. Most people find trans people who are obviously men who believe they're women very off-putting, right? And the more they put into becoming the other gender, like by having surgery, the more like, ew, it kind of is for most people. And no one's saying don't live. No one's saying you can. I don't want there to be gay people. Not gay people. I don't want there to be trans people around. I'm just saying. I think you're not well, right? I think you're not well. Tiffany and Mac Lucas and David Williams are making a scene. That's good. Available every Tuesday and Thursday. The podcast promises to turn the lives of their famous friends into. I would check that out. I would check that. Karen Ford will be taking part in Kaleidoscope and Optimistic Guy. Okie dokie. Fine. Fault Locator. What's this? Autons, the animated plastic troops of the Nesses have provided Doctor with some iconic moments because, but says Christian Aaron, no one's perfect. Okay. Oh, man. This comic strip looks so lame. I'm sorry. It's getting better, but like I'm just so not interested in it. Who wrote this? Well, this is an interesting combination. There's Jason Quinn, John Freeman, former editor, and Mike Collins, with Mike Collins on the art. Colors is James Effendi. The Hypnotizing Cat created by Ethan Faulkner. Betty created by Emily Page. Okay. Okay, there seems to be a lot of people went into making this. And it seems to be a bit gay. It is. Creating Monsters is all behind dropped. What is Dance Till You Drop? 1 second. Is that the name of the story? Oh yeah, some kind of competition. Robert Sherwood in the Fact Fiction. I don't really think I even bother reading this. It was a mediocre episode at best, which I very rarely am in the mood to go back to. Shelf Life Season 7. Looking forward to that coming out next week, I believe. Oh, very exciting. Brain Drain. I might have been talked into Brain Drain. It was very annoying that I've been talked into it, but I might have been talked into it. Who reads this? Read by Jeffrey Beavers. I don't know. Maybe not. Torchwood. Yeah, no, I don't buy that range. What we got? Fourth Doctor Adventures. This Genesis assignment it's such a bad idea, right? It's such a bad idea. Who reads this one? Is it Susan Twist? So I would have no interest in whatsoever. Coming next month. Together in chronometric streams. Oh, this is the new River Song series. This time with Tegan and Ace, which just sounds awful. Oh, Mundosian Cybermen. Fifth Doctor discovered the origin of one of his oldest foes, the new audio drama Lost Story. I'm sorry, Spare Parts was so much better. Oh, I mean, again, if they do a faithful adaptation, right? So I have no interest in this. Aisha Ation. So, she was in this episode. Okay, very good. And now she's in season 1 of the Fourth Doctor Adventures. Okay. Paternos the Gang. Not really interested. Not really interested. Smile till you mean it. Who's that? Hugh Fraser. Is this what's this? Rictus? But starring Fenner Wongard, Princess Beatrice, Rachel Atkins as Lady Saxfax, and Mr. Cunningham. What is this? Oh, it's a Torchwood thing. Okay, I don't care. Agent, this looks kind of good. Read by Maureen O'Brien with Dalek voices. This BBC audio, that looks actually pretty good. Good cover. Right? Ever since AI came around, the covers got much better for BBC, haven't they? What's it? Gary Gillett. Oh man, I like Gary Gillett. He had a really fun era of Doctor Who, but he made people crazy. He had a real fun era of Doctor Who magazine. The second planet from our sun has an extraordinary tale of its own, but it's never made it to Doctor Who. Gary Gillett explains why. Again, I love this illustration by Ben Wisher. Okay, it's interesting. When looking at the season 2 is coming out, this is the last season before, so I guess you're going to get some previews of the episodes, right? It's going to be 27th March. So yeah, this is definitely coming out before the next season drops. Which again, it's for Passover, so you're not going to get the same night review from me, sadly, right? But maybe I see they're dropping it at 8 a.m. on BBC now, on iPlayer, and midnight everywhere else. So it's like not prime time for anyone. Like no one gives a shit about Doctor Who. They just no one gives it. $10.99 this it costs. Oh man. And again, I think the reason Ben Cook's perking out is because Russell Davis 1 was the best time of his life. Because honestly, it gives him power. Remember when people used to be on Gallifrey base, and then everybody just kind of left because it's like, oh god, you had like the obnoxious administrators, like the moderators. Oh god, they were the worst. right? And then they brought that mentality to Twitter for a while until Elon Musk told them to go fuck me, bye. And now they're on Blue Sky. Nah. Unless you're like somebody like Stephen King who decided to come back, very sadly. So let's see, how am I rating this magazine this month? With 84 pages, I found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 pages readable, okay? And I found session 1. Okay, and then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 pages unreasonable, and at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9 of those 13 objectionable. Now, this I wouldn't read, but at least it's not objectionable. So 18, 19, 20, I'll read that. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I'm going to give that a go, right? 26, 97, I remember that. 28. Okay, it's doing well. It's doing pretty well. I wouldn't do the facts of fiction. 28, 29, 30. Okay. So out of 85 pages, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, just under half, right, are look good, right? Pioneering, okay, fine. Good, decent cover, better than normal. Look, if you don't find being lectured about like queer insanity obnoxious, this issue might be for you, right? This issue might very well be for you. Now, again, the BBC position is Doctor Who hasn't been cancelled. Are you crazy? Oh, everybody it's doing so well with young people, right? So well with young people. So how could it possibly be closing? Right. Well, okay. Yes, we are. Trying to auction off the studio space so it will be made in. And yeah, the star is running away from it. Oh, by the way, yeah, there's a few more beautiful little details I was given. Let me find this. Hang on. Is this it? Ladies and gentlemen, this is on Instagram in promotion of Doctor Who. They've removed the Shooty Gatwa tag. And Gatwa himself removed 15 from his Instagram profile. It's over. Yeah. In addition, Shoot is untagged from a lot of launch posts on Instagram suggesting he might be sending a message that he's available for other roles. Oh yeah, he's available for other roles. It's over. Oh, you queered the show to death. And it's just, the thing is, it's not fun anymore. It's not cool anymore. So this bit of sad news came up. Today, the mill was put into administration and shut down after 35 years. They're the company responsible for visual effects for 150 episodes of Doctor Who, Sarah Jane Adventures, and Torture. But wait a minute, aren't they making more? I lost my job I lost my job after nearly 2 years of working at the mill as a compositor today. Devastated. Look, I am sorry, Matt. It's never nice. Right, man, they did some excellent work. That's from Rose back in 2005, and I think the special effects were fine. This was from Parting of the Ways. This was like the only alien planet they did in their first season because it was too expensive. Maybe the second season because it's so bloody expensive. I guess this is End of Time, maybe. And right, the Matt Smith one. Pandora Corover. Yeah, listen, it's look, I'm not happy that this guy lost his job, obviously. Right. Well, anyway, it says such sad news. My thoughts are really affected by closure. And again, the stupidity of youth, it's so agonizing. Oh, it feels like the TV industry is really falling apart. It's because you forgot about the fucking audience. Right? You kept telling us that everything had to be queer, and if it's not, you're a racist. No. Again, the trans thing is over. And over forever, right? The Democrats are not getting back into power. And the only way they're getting back in power is by just abandoning this insanity, right? It's over. Like you kept making all these bullshit excuses. Oh no, the ratings are down because of Netflix, new TV. Like, no, it's because you made shit, right? And it was mostly shit. I'm sorry. Yeah, let's have a look at the queer era, shall we? Doctor Who ratings. Do they have the episode titles listed? Because I'm not going to remember bloody episodes. Doctor Who episode guide. To present. 50th Doctor. Okay, Star Beast again. That you had to have a chick with a dick save the universe because she's a chick with a dick, right? Wild Blue Yonder. I do have a thing from their script. Yeah, let me have a look. I think I do. No, that's later on. Yeah, look, quite a good little horror story, marred by the Doctor coming out as gay for an Asian. Not Francis Drake. Who was it? Isaac Newton. Just stupid. And the giggle, the best of the three, but even that, just deeply unimpressive, frankly. And didn't really do much. But still got 6.85. That's not bad. And then Church and Ruby Road, I thought could have been a great springboard for New Adventures. I thought it was different, and I thought because Shooty didn't talk much in it, essentially. The more he talked, the worse it got. Okay, but Space Babies was shit. The Devil's Cord was an annoying drag queen, right? Boom, which was the best episode of the season. Okay, look, it's down to 3.58. Boom, which was the best episode of the season. Again, I thought it had a really nasty anti-Christian message. 73 yards made no fucking sense. I mean, the plot holes all the way through Boom as well, but whatever. The dance number at the end at the Devil's Court made no fucking sense. Dot and Bubble was like, oh, we deal with the waifism. Oh god, here. Do I have a clip of that actually? Here, I do. These little scamps. Where is it?
Thank you.
It's okay.
Do you know, we handed that script to Shooty and I was wary. I was thinking, my God, especially this is the first thing he shot.
I have a ship. It's called the TARDIS. Click that blue box.
It is astonishing because he comes in, he did the regeneration way back with David, but actually the scene at the end of episode 5 is his first day with us, his first proper day.
I just found this so stupid. Honestly, they stopped doing effects in the Peter Capaldi's era as Millionaire took over. Okay, I didn't know. Thanks for letting me know.
That reveal at the end of the app, it was heartbreaking. You probably do realise it in the app, but it's the moment when we look around and everyone is white.
Yeah, Millie, darling, nobody hates black people because they're black. That doesn't happen. Right? I mean, there's some, but you don't know any. I don't know any. Right? Nobody hates black people because they're black. It doesn't happen. It's nonsense.
And you're just like, ah. Oh.
This is a white person's narcissistic fantasy. Right? This is where they're using black people's identity to make themselves feel like good people. Right? So Rogue, fuck me. Yeah, check this out. A bit of a script from Rogue. It could have been a lot worse, right? Queer Doctor Who is a bad idea. Not because we hate gay people, right? But we don't want explicit fringe sexuality, in a family show where, people of different values may be watching. Says episode 6, Blue Regions. Rogue says, you're not scaring me. The ship would have registered that as a dangerous device, checks controls. Instead, it says screwdriver, which isn't going to save your life unless you're going to screw me. No, he stops himself. Oops, pause. Yeah, stop making it about Doctor Who wanting to fuck. Right? It's not beautiful. Right? It's not. Doink. We're going to, what was I looking at? Over here, doink. So Rogue, yeah, awful. Then the legitimately shit Legend of Ruby Sunday and Empire Death, right? Legitimately shit. It was a disaster. Like it was a shit fest. I'll be surprised. What did they get for their Christmas episode? George of the World got 5.91. Well, it's more than they deserve. It's more than, but I guess it was Christmas. It was well placed. I don't think they do anything on Disney Plus, which is why I don't think we're going to see many more on Disney Plus. So anyway, yeah, look, it's over. But yeah, sometimes the industry is falling apart. Streamers and broadcasters seem to have no money. Yes, it's because I think they were getting money from the US government. That's what it sounds like most people were, right? Seem to have no money. It's clear the government needs to do more to help out. No. You've got to allow the market forces to decide what's going on, right? That's what you got to do. And you protected the morons at the BBC from market forces, right? No, the market has told you clearly, we're done with queer. We look, listen. There was recently an election in America where we overwhelmingly voted, right, to be done with queer. There's won the House, won the Senate, won the popular vote, won the Electoral College. A lot of that was on queer. What was that great tagline he had? Kamala Harris is for was it him, her? Was it him? He, him. Donald Trump's for you, right? Yeah, people are done with the pronoun bullshit, right? Yeah. So William who, mate? No, keep less government is better. For fuck's sake. Oh, what have we done? We bred a generation of pussies that need to be told what to fucking do. Oh, and they're so proud of being fucking pussies. Like, what is up with that? And then, here, one second, we've also got this. This is why Doctor Who has lost its cultural place. So, David Tennant, right? David Tennant, always known, charming, razor smile. He bombed with the BAFTA awards.
And The Apprentice.
He bombed so hard. We're going to listen to a critic from Russell Brand, a real comedian who's been very nice about him. But by the way, I really like Christian Russell Brand. Right? He's like I really dig him a lot more since he embraced Christianity. Right? I think it makes him a much more nicer person. He's a nicer person to watch. So yeah, David Tennant's about to get his arsehole ripped out with.
Back in my beloved homeland, the United Kingdom, David Tennant, brilliant actor who played Doctor Who memorably and excellently, hosted the BAFTA Awards. That's like the British equivalent of the Oscars. Now, let me know in the comments and chat if you care anymore about these galas and events that offer accolades to people for sort of dressing up and performing. I don't mean derisory and dismissive about actors, because think about an amazing film like Godfather or a brilliant film like Arthur. I mean the original one with Dudley.
I totally forgot he did a version of Arthur.
Dudley Moore. Dudley Moore, God rest your eternal soul, you brilliant, brilliant genius. The main reason
Ranger said he's a tosser. Okay.
I did that movie, Arthur, by the way, it's because Dudley Moore had done it. And, he died, I think, in Palm Beach. He kind of lived around here somewhere. Anyway, let's get into what I consider to be the dark side of entertainment. Is continuing politicization. It's ongoing sort of agitation. And my mate Gareth, who, Gareth, of course, who prepares this content, he says, watching David Tennant, it's like this speech is from 10 years ago. It's like,
Exactly. Right. And again, this is on the normie channels, right? The normie channels are like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Right, it's embarrassing for David Tennant. I mean, it really is embarrassing.
Look at this. Ask yourself this question. We can do this together because I'm watching this clip for the first time, like you. Does David Tennant appear to have calibrated these ideas? The Biden administration was inept. They botched Afghanistan.
No, and he hasn't been able to deal with the Labour government being totalitarian fascist cunts either.
They're clearly in the hock and pay of massive financial interests, global corporatist power. Since then, Bobby Kennedy has ultimately left the Democrat Party and is now been appointed as Secretary of Health and Human Services. This is an extraordinary...
I'm so psyched for this. I really am. And again, the coalition that Trump's got is brilliant. I really like it.
And staggering revelation. Since then, Tulsi Gabbard has become a member of the Trump administration. See if these facts have been calibrated into David...
Nope. Not in any way.
Tennant's perspective. And I say this with respect to David Tennant. He's a good actor, but let's watch this together and see what we think. And let me know what you think about that kind of general Hollywood elite condemnation of populist politicians who can make, I think, a legitimate claim to be more efficiently representing the interests of ordinary people than the kind of globalists who...
It's a British guy's Bolter. Well, he was also British, wasn't he? The guy who played him, wasn't he also British?
Masks themselves in the lacquer of woke.
Let's make some noise for the sublime, the brutalist.
I never heard of that movie before, but I've got to see the trailer because it's like 3.5 hours long. Okay.
A film about incredible architecture. In fact, it's the boldest architecture in film of this year, apart from Donald Trump's hair in The Apprentice.
Did you hear the laugh? Again, we've gone over this before. Did you hear that laugh?
Pretty weak joke, pretty weak, because oh man, I had that spat, didn't I, with Donald Trump years ago because...
But that Russell Brand is shining a spotlight on this. That's brilliant, right? That's brilliant because this destroys the BBC. BBC, by the way, paying $400,000 to Hamas so they could air a propaganda movie that they made. It's like, you can't even make this up, but yeah, that's exactly what happened. Institutionalized anti-Semitism to the core.
I was making a documentary with Oliver Stone, the brilliant filmmaker, and Donald Trump had let Oliver Stone use all of these buildings to make, I think, Wall Street 2. Anyway, I made a bunch of jokes about Donald Trump, those kind of jokes, hair, sort of lame, frankly, jokes, not good enough. Anyway, that was...
See, again, that's why he's getting real shit in the chat. I like that he's honest and self-deprecating, right? I think you don't see that often.
It was like 10 years. That was 15 years ago, and they were lame then. That's not a good enough joke. If you're gonna have to, because all it is that's, I would call it a satsphatic and impersonative humor. And also David Tennant's hair don't look great in that either, does it? It looks sort of too
molded,
much lacquered, sort of like a loaf.
Molded by his wife, which is everything else has been.
Loaf, like some sort of slick loaf.
Yeah. Donald Trump, of course, he says he hasn't seen The Apprentice because it's a 15. It's not on Nickelodeon.
Again, these are such strange. And look at that. His expression's right. Cringe.
That's not good enough. That's not good enough. Like Donald Trump watches Nickelodeon. That's not good enough. That's not. Also, by the way, at this point when you're insulting Donald Trump, you're insulting the United States of America because he is the president of the United States of America.
That's a very good point. You got to remember he embarrassed the actor Manuel Forte. I do remember that. Listen, here's the thing. I think he's on a journey in life. I don't think he's in. That's why I like him. I've seen him grow as a human being, right? And I think his growth is genuine, right? I think he was a much shittier person in his past. I can relate to that, right? It's like changing sides immediately. He didn't though, right? And expects us immediately. He didn't. This was I've been watching. I always watch Russell Brand stuff for a while now because I wanted to have a left wing perspective. But I liked his honesty, and I've seen over the last 18 months before the election. By the time he got to the election, like 6 months before, he was like, "Yeah, no, Donald Trump." Right? So I can't. His movement seemed very genuine and organic to me. But, look, maybe he's full of shit. I don't know.
Brought to power under an extraordinarily popular mandate. You can't, the electoral vote, the college vote, the Senate, Congress. I mean, like, this is a person that, and also if you spend time in America, and obviously I'm here right now, like the people that love Donald Trump, they're not all, I'm all right. It's not all sundown town. It's not all racists.
But David Tennant thinks it is.
It's like good, decent American people. You go to a cheesecake factory anywhere in America, these people love Donald Trump. So what
I tell you, I love Cheesecake Factory, baby.
you're saying is, I hate working class people. And because people can't say I hate working class people.
That's exactly what it is. I hate working class people. That's exactly what they're saying. 100%. Yeah, they do. They hate working class people. They absolutely, genuinely hate them. Right? Here we go.
And I'm not claiming that David Tennant didn't grow up working class or whatever. Maybe he did. I feel like his dad was maybe a minister of some kind. I'm not saying that. I'm saying culturally, ways of condemning ordinary people have become sort of very insidious and very deft. It happened in my country around Brexit. Oh, those racists are not racist.
Yeah, again, he was one of the ones people calling people racist, I think, on that time. Like, yeah, he very much, and I think, and again, I think he's regretted calling out Nigel Farage. Honestly, I have so much more respect for someone who can fuck up and then go, I fucked up, which is a rare strength and quality. And I think really one of the places that kind of strength of character comes from is a belief in God, right? I really think that's the fundamental of it.
They're northern. They're not racist. They're working class. They're not racist. They're concerned about what's happening to their country. They're not racist. They're sick and tired of being spoken down to. They're not racist. They're sick and tired of people representing the interests of big business and global corporations while simultaneously condemning them. So when you come out and make jokes about Donald Trump, you've got to be a bit better than he watches Nickelodeon or his hair looks like shredded wheat. That was my one 15 years ago. And people don't even get that reference because they don't have shredded wheat in America. It's a complete...
Yes, I did. I got shredded wheat in America. I lived there.
Wasted joke. What you've got to do is you've got to try and understand what's happening. And people don't want to understand what's happening. People feel disconnected from the institutions of government, like the judiciary, the electoral process itself, both of the political parties, both of them, and from the media, precisely because now when people say we're going to war to protect...
Oh, wait. Is he done with David Tennant? Let's have a look. I think he is. Oh, was it? A little bit more.
A sort of ribald, insipid, lukewarm milquetoast mockery of Trump.
See? Donald Trump. I'm worried. I've said his name 3 times. It's like Beetlejuice. I've summoned him. Talking of villains.
Oh, no. It's not good enough, is it? It's just not good enough.
Again, the story isn't David Tennant being a twat. The story is the spotlight being shone upon Doctor Who, which is what I'm loving right now. That no, we haven't made the decision yet. Yes, you fucking have. Yes, you have. Unless they're fighting about the factions are fighting. Are you expecting to have better ratings for season 2 or season whatever you want to call it? I don't know. Than season 1, you're not going to get them. Right? Nobody likes it, right? Nobody likes it. Just so much delusion. So this story is also doing the rounds. I find it hilarious. This is hilarious. I was really stressed. I can't do a voice. Anyway, Q-Thump, I got to get into character. Yeah, Q-Thump, I was really stressed out. Doctor Who star Jodie Whittaker reveals on the casting, how casting backlash impacted her. There wasn't a fucking backlash. They went, oh, she's a bird. Right? There wasn't a backlash. That didn't happen. That's a lie. Right? That just, again, they keep saying it. It still didn't. I was there. There was no fucking backlash. Right? I thought she'll be good. Who knew she would be shit? No, she did. Anyway. The reason you failed, darling, is because you were very bad at this job. Right? Former Doctor Who star Jodie Whittaker has opened up about the backlash for casting as the 13th Doctor. The actress made TV history in 2007 when she became the first woman to play the Doctor. Yeah, but she played it epically badly, right? She needs more just being the first woman to play the Doctor. Well, many Doctor Who fans and all of Whittaker's successors were publicly supportive. There was a significant wave of criticism for showrunner Chris Timrell straying from having a white no white male players. No citation. It didn't fucking happen. But there were people who did say that, and they said this is a sign it's going to be woke as shit. And I was like, no, they're not going to make it woke as fuck. Nah, and I was wrong. Right, I was wrong. Bottom line, I was wrong. You know how I know I was wrong? Because I was wrong, right? It's not complicated. It was again, the quality was in the toilet. It's here, let's look at the Whittaker years. I mean, like the quality was just shocking. Woman of Fell to Earth, bland, mostly harmless. Ghost Monument, again, mostly Rosa, we got to see what piece of shit it was. Then Arachnids in the UK got worse. Saranga Conundrum didn't make sense, it was boring. Demons of Punjab was somehow the story, and I still don't know many more about the partition of India, but somehow a bunch of brown people murdered another bunch of brown people, and it's all the white people's fault. Okay, kablam. It seems to be a story, an anti-Amazon story or pro-Amazon. Couldn't find it. Witchfinder's boring as hell. Right? Again, Jodie was just shit. It takes you away. There's no real word. And this isn't even the worst it got. The Battle of Ranskor of Kolos. Oh, God. Shibna, when isn't that numbering? No, it was very bad. Okay? Doctor quickly faced criticism head on by casting Jo Martin as a secret. They cast him. No, the criticism was not that you cast Jo Martin. You cast her because she was a black woman, and only because she was a black woman. Right? It made no sense whatsoever. Thus, retroactively establishing the Doctor could take the form and any gender. Well, they kind of established that before. In the Moffat years. Again, it needs to be retconned away now. Jodie Whittaker addresses backlash over Doctor Who casting. Okay, fine. In the interview with The Times, Jodie Whittaker admitted to feeling really stressed out. I'm really stressed out about her genre-defining casting. It was a noisy few complainers. Jodie, I think here. Let me see if I can find it. 1 second. What was it? Jodie Whittaker message to Doctor Who fans. So fucking condescending. Where was it? Don't be afraid of my gender. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, fine. Let's look at how fucking obnoxious she was. We got download. And how much grace she lacked, right? Yeah, just graceless.
I'm officially done. Bye, Doctor Who. All right. Rude.
God. She's just got no charm whatsoever. And again, she can't do anything without looking smug. Look at her. Yeah, you just look smug, right? And undeservedly smug because you were unbelievably miscast in the role. Look how smug she fucking looks. Like, did you intend to look like a smug cunt? Right? I don't know.
Gutted you've sold out to the PC squad, and I'm female. My son just pretend fainted with excitement.
Your son's a homo.
But an immortal, time-travelling, regenerating alien played by a woman, it just isn't realistic.
You know, maybe you should have just been gracious and quiet about it. And because they hit the bottom line. Yeah, the trouble was you thought this was going to be great. You thought you were going to smash it and everyone's going to love you. And don't get me wrong, you did better than Shooty fucking Gatwa did.
Lots of folks who never cared about Doctor Who before are suddenly very concerned. Maybe we should announce that climate change is a woman.
Oh, God. Okay, again, look, I want to freeze on her expert. Yeah. This is the woman you never want to talk to at a party.
Fair point. Jamie Gillespie.
No, it's not.
has added a lot of red angry faces. You've ruined it. You haven't even seen me do it yet. For each
Yeah, but you did. I mean, that's the thing. They were right, and I was supporting you, and you were right. They were right, and I was wrong.
sexist bigot threatening not to watch, there'll be a young girl with a new hero they didn't have before.
No. Didn't happen, darling. Didn't happen. Nobody remembers you. Nobody cares. I think your Big Finish stuff is going to be working at a loss. I would love to see the sales figures. Love it. And I think it's being done on edict of the BBC.
Hashtag good riddance. Hashtag Dr. 13. Sam, who is at, have a better name, Sam, on Twitter. I can't even say it. He said ruined. I hope we hang out sometime.
Yeah, no, nobody wants to hang out with you, Jodie. Right? Nobody wants to hang out. Bill Lowry says very correctly, she won't accept responsibility for initial statements, i.e., we don't want the old Doctor Who fans, we want our new fans. Our own, yeah. They don't exist, right? They don't exist. But also the show doesn't have a comparison. It's all... so if you thought... Yeah, but also the show doesn't have a comparison. It's all part of a vocabulary. It's a TARDIS, Daleks, exterminate. And again, this is like your mum or your aunt getting you a Doctor Who annual when you're 27. Hey, you like Doctor Who, don't you? And everyone's a doctor until there was everyone's doctor until then was a white man. His skin color didn't really matter. I hate to tell you. They're very different actors, but they fit a specific mold, and I didn't. Yes, they were talented in a way to act, right? They were able to imagine they were the character, right? Here, one second. Maybe we can find this. What's the guy's name again? Is this it? Okay, I'm going to give you some very good acting advice from Ian McKellen. Right, here it comes. Yeah, all the other actors were able to imagine they were Doctor Who and act like that. Right, here's how you do it. Right, this should help you out.
I thought she was
absolutely, just like as you did.
interesting.
Andy.
Decent. Middleman. How do I act so well? What I do is I pretend to be the person I'm portraying in the film or play.
See, that's where Jodie Whittaker failed. She wasn't able to convincingly pretend to be Doctor Who.
Yeah. You're confused. No, it's perfectly simple. Case in point, Lord of the Rings. Little Peter Jackson comes from New Zealand, says to me, Sir Ian, I want you to be Gandalf the wizard. And I say to him, you are aware that I am not really a wizard.
Okay, and he's convincing me this is real. This is what acting looks like. No, if you thought I would give you some hope, but I don't know how because I'm a bit shy. Fuck me.
And he said, yes, I am aware of that. What I want you to do is to use your acting skills to portray the wizard.
Yeah, see, that's where Jodie fell down, really. She didn't have any.
For the duration of the film. So I said, okay. And then I said to myself, how would I do that? And this is what I did. I imagined what it would be like to be a wizard, and then I pretended and acted in that way on the day.
Yeah, that's the trouble. She couldn't imagine what it was like to be Doctor Who because she had no idea what the character was.
And how did I know what to say? The words were written down for me in a script. How did I know where to stand? People told me. If we were to draw a graph of my process, of my method, something like this. Sir Ian, Sir Ian, Sir Ian, action. Wizard, you shall not pass! Cut! Sir Ian, Sir Ian, Sir Ian. Okay, you see?
Yeah, okay, Jodie, you really need to watch that, okay? That's the reason that you instantly fell as Doctor Who. you couldn't do that important stuff, right? Second. Yeah. So it wasn't about them being a white man. It was about them having a proficiency to pay the doctor, which you lacked, right? They're all very they're all very different actors, but they all fit a specific mold, and I didn't. They were all actors. I could just play girlfriends of grieving mothers, mostly grieving mothers. Whittaker admitted that she was going into a spiral because she was worried about hurting the chances for other actresses if they... Yeah, you did. You absolutely destroyed it. The only reason it's still going on is because there's no financial accountability for the BBC, right? Yeah, no, you were such a massive failure. Jodie Whittaker starred for more than 30 episodes. Oh, wacky thump. Of Doctor Who, and it was all awful, right? There was no bit where it was like, oh, that's good. If Peter Capaldi hadn't been Peter Capaldi hadn't been good as Doctor, it would have reflected it. It would only have reflected on him. She pointed out, well, he was excellent at it. Whereas I felt if I wasn't good at this, I've fucked it for other actors. Well, how about this thing? First thing you do is you understand you don't say fuck in an interview. You fucking moron. Understand what the fucking character is. Right? I think it's completely unacceptable if that was the case. But that's how I felt. But you did. Because you didn't make the character real in your head. Because to you, it was like a Teletubby. Right? It wasn't a real character. It was just like, who cares? Of course, Whittaker went on to have a very memorable tenure of Doctor Who. Not for good reason. He went 2022 when she bowed out of the show. Whittaker thanked Sharon and Christian for giving her a chance to make TV history. I felt if I wasn't very good at this, I fucked it forever. Okay, fine. Just more blah, blah, blah. In 2017, I opened up a glorious gift box of size 13 shoes. I couldn't have guessed how the brilliant adventures, we didn't see any, worlds of wonders I was to see in the... Oh, God, fuck off. My heart is so full, especially for years. We're going to do scissoring in the TARDIS. For the team to make the... Yeah, it's shit. It's shit. Oh, it's shit. And like, how much do we know this era of Doctor Who is over? We're getting articles like this all over the place. Like, who will be the next Doctor Who? And, of course, it's always the same fucking people, right? It's always the same people. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.